there, threw that jab, not ready. He gave him a feint. Khan was not ready for the feint, and the overhand right caught him because he had held him with the feints earlier. And you hold a guy, you feint him, he doesn't move. Next time you feint him, you go ahead with the kitchen sink. Right here, feint the jab. He didn't want to hit the jab, just feint him to get close enough and close the door with the kitchen sink. And that's how you put a guy out.
Very reminiscent of the feint and right-hand combination that knocked out James Kirkland 1 year ago.
Exactly. Same exact shot, just against a right-hander instead of a left-hander this time.
Canelo knew that he had wrecked Khan with that shot, and he was immediately concerned about the condition of his opponent. Kenny Bayless will wave it off. Now watch Canelo come into the picture. On his knees. Great shot. And now let's take a look at the Alvarez family reaction at ringside. No more of that consternation that you saw in round one. Ecstasy as the knockout materializes before their eyes. Virgil Hunter with his fighter. Let's go to ring announcer Joe Martinez with the particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outcomes officially 2 minutes, 37 seconds, round number 6. Your winner by KO victory and still WBC Ring Magazine lineal middleweight champion of the world, Canelo.
Final CompuBox numbers. Alvarez lands 16 more total punches, throws 4 more, lands at a higher connect percentage. A lot of that was because he was landing to the body. Amir Khan never even really tried. Power shots, and there's only one of the 42 that really mattered. He lands 14 more, he throws 5 more. He lands at a 51% connect percentage. How many times have we told you if a guy lands 50% of his power shots, he's probably going to win the fight? Punch zone will show you where the punches landed, and you can see that Amir Khan landed a total of 5 body shots, and Canelo landed his right hand to Amir's left side 25 times in the fight. He wore him down, he set him up, he used the brilliant feint with the left hand to freeze him, and he knocked him out with the right hand shot. Max Kellerman stands by with the middleweight champion of the world.
Congratulations, Canelo. That was a terrific fight and a vicious knockout. Let's start at the beginning. Did he surprise you with his speed early?
Desde un principio lo dije, él es un peleador rápido que los primeros asaltos se me iba a complicar. Pero como lo dije también, tengo la experiencia para poder descifrarlo y solamente estaba esperando el momento oportuno y fue lo que pasó.
Like I said from the beginning, you know, he's a fast fighter, he's very fast, and I knew that things were going to be complicated at the beginning, but I knew that time would come to my favor, and obviously you saw that.
Time seemed to come to your favor, not only because you were bigger and stronger, but also because of your boxing skills. As the fight wore on, you seemed to be able to make him miss and counter more effectively. Can you talk about the skills that you showed in this fight?
Así es, como lo dije, muchos peleadores se basan nomás en que tengo poder, pero tengo muchas más cosas arriba del cuadrilátero y es cuando lo ven, cuando ya están enfrente de mí.
You know,
¿Qué pasó?
You know, many people focus on my power and talk about my power, but I've got many more qualities in the ring, and people see that, and that's what happened in the ring.
Me gusta sorprenderlos.
I like to surprise everyone.
Well, speaking of that, you seem much more comfortable with a fighter who comes at you than a fighter who runs away. Why is that?
Creo que sí, siempre es más complicado un peleador que boxea rápido, es más complicado, ¿no? Un peleador que viene hacia el frente, que viene a pelear, se da una bonita pelea, y eso todo el mundo lo sabe, ¿no? Cualquier peleador se le dificulta un peleador así.
you know, a boxer, someone that comes into boxes obviously gives you more trouble, obviously. But, you know, someone that comes to attack and comes to pressure you gives you the opportunity to have a very, very nice fight. But obviously it's difficult with someone that boxes.
There's a guy ringside watching this fight tonight who comes to attack Triple G.
Yo lo invité a que subiera.
I invited him to come to the ring.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. No hay que... Los cinturones aquí se hacen a un lado. Hay que pelear por honor y por gloria nada más.
I invited him into the ring, and like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
Gracias a toda la gente. ¡Viva México!
Thank you, Canelo. Congratulations. Jim?
Well, back to live. We're in ringside with Roy Jones. And Roy, everybody will focus on the spectacle of the hard shot that produced the knockout. But this was another clinically brilliant performance for Canelo Alvarez, who showed his command all the way.
A very brilliant performance by a very good fighter who fought against a very game opponent. A guy who really had no business just trying to jump up and take that, but showed the heart of a champion, jumped up 8 pounds to make a big fight happen. He should be rewarded for that effort.
Well, we're going to reward him with an interview right now. Let's go back to Max with Amir Khan.
Amir, right up to the point that you got hit on the chin with that right hand, that was a terrific performance. What were you thinking as that fight wore on?
First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. And, you know, I mean, I'm one of them fighters, you know, I'll step in the ring with whoever. And I think it's time now where Canelo needs to step in with Triple G because everyone's been waiting for that fight. So I showed my balls by getting in the ring and getting in the ring with a big guy. But look, I mean, this is boxing. I wanted to go out there as a champion. I was unfortunately, I didn't make it to the end. But I tried my best, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who turned up here, and I want to say thank you for the support.
Given how well you fought tonight against a much bigger, naturally bigger guy, younger guy, you'd mentioned to us in the past that you need that kind of challenge to bring out the best in you. Are you going to go down in weight now, or are we going to see this Amir Khan at your natural weight?
You know, I mean, I'm naturally a 147-pound fighter, and this challenge came, and it was very hard to turn down. I want to be the best, I want to fight the best, so that's the reason I took this fight. But look, I'll probably be going down. I mean, my natural weight is 147, I'll be probably going down to that.
He took the risk. He gave up everything. No concessions. Now it's time for him to take the risk and quit hiding behind little stuff, okay? Amir took the risk.
Why is it important for you guys that Canelo takes that risk against Triple G? It seems personal.
Because he set the tone. Amir set the tone. Fighters should fight each other. We're taking the tone. He took the risk. He did it. He got to quit hiding behind the flag and fight Triple G.
We all hope to see that fight happen. Amir, it's always a pleasure to watch you fight. Jim?
All right, and as we take one more look at the knockout, we've always known the weak chin was there. You knew that the knockout was possible. Can Amir Khan recover from this and continue to have a great career?
Yes, he can. Amir Khan can always recover from anything because Amir Khan started his career like this. He recovered from the Brady Prescott fight. He recovered from the Danny Garcia fight. Amir Khan can recover from anything. So if anybody in the sport of boxing, if there's anybody that can recover, I would say it is Amir Khan.
Can he be physically effective going back down to welterweight after having come up to 155?
Yes, he can. He can be more effective than he was because if you notice, he took some big shots from Canelo early, and he didn't really go down. He didn't really bump him much. Just that once the fatigue set in, we knew he had a hard time battling fatigue even at 147. So we knew at 154 or 55, he was going to have an even more harder time dealing with the fatigue thing.
Let's go back to Canelo Alvarez for a second. We've talked about his craft. We talked about how he set Khan up, stalked him with the body punches, etc. The other thing that's worth mentioning is what an amazingly calm temperament. I don't know how many fighters I've seen who are so constantly in control of their emotions as Canelo Alvarez is.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Most of the great Mexican fighters, that's the thing you love about them most. Even the babyface assassin. First time you see them, they're so calm under pressure. Nothing rattles them. That's one of the best attributes about Mexican fighters. Nothing rattles their cage. They can be almost on the verge of being knocked out, or they can be on the verge of knocking you out. But their facial expression, their body language never changes. Canelo Alvarez, another one of those great long line of beautiful fighting Mexicans.
Great work, Roy. Always a pleasure to work with you. Let's turn now to Max Kellerman. Max, I'll be honest with you. Amid the din in here, I couldn't hear a word that he said with regard to the potential of a GGG fight. What did he say about fighting Triple G?
He seemed emotional and said, I'll paraphrase and clean it up a little bit, that he's Mexican and he don't mess around. He'll fight Triple G right now. And Amir Khan also, and Virgil Hunter, it seemed emotional about it. Why are they interested in Canelo and Triple G fighting right now? Canelo seems to be responding from a groundswell in boxing among fans after having come out of the Mayweather-Pacquiao era, when we didn't get to see that fight when it would be at its best, when they teased us for 5 years and then delivered a dud. I think there's a sense in boxing, no more messing around. The fight is hot right now. That's what people want to see right now. As Triple G's been saying, are you a businessman or a fighter? I think people want to see two fighters in the ring. Those are the two best middleweights.
A final word on the performance. He already has a superstar image. He is greatly beloved for the way that he fights. Was this his greatest performance?
It was really good, and this is why the Triple G fight's so interesting. Triple G just wants you to stay right there so we can go and get you. And Canelo Alvarez wants to stay right there so you can come to him and he can do his thing. He's a really good counterpuncher, a much slicker fighter than giving credit for Canelo. He does have pop. He has a lot of heart. He seems to take punches very well. This sense that, well, Triple G is an overwhelming favorite, that's why maybe Canelo's side is avoiding that fight. That may be true. Triple G may be the favorite there. But as long as that fight lasts, that's a terrific one. And Canelo Alvarez has real chances against any 160-pounder.
All right. So Canelo Alvarez gets the job done and maintains control of the middleweight division tonight against Amir Khan. But the real middleweight, Gennady Golovkin, was here at ringside and wants to fight him. If you love the sport, this is your chance to get involved. We live in the world of social media. Make your presence felt. Let other fans and all the people in boxing know what you want. What fight do you want to see? If you can spell the words, you know how to do it. Thanks very much for being with us on this edition of HBO's Pay-Per-View Boxing.